guys, I'm Mavis.
And I'm Paul.
Today we are going to talk about body language. Hi Paul, I know you come
Mavis.
from Canada and you live in Taiwan for quite a long time, right?
Yep.
Yeah, but I'm just wondering, do you have any experience related to body language when you come to Taiwan and you found that probably will bother you, or when Taiwanese doing that you are not sure about what's that mean?
Well, I guess one of them was you don't seem to express yourself like we do.
Oh,
You're very more non-expressive, and I was kind of like, are they happy? Are they sad? Are they angry? I'm not sure how they're feeling at the moment. I had to learn to read smaller body facial gestures, especially to understand how they were feeling. Now I understand it. I can see the little twitches and the little blinks and the little curves in the mouth.
Mm-hmm.
But before it was harder to understand your expressions. And what about North Americans? How do you find our emotional experiences? How do we express ourselves through body language? Do you find any difference between your culture and mine?
Yeah, I found it, and because when I was studying in America, I found they like to use a lot of hand gesture. For example, like this,
Yeah.
quote unquote, and also they show a lot of expression on their face, and they like to show what they are feeling. But typical Taiwanese don't want to let other people know what they are feeling.
Right. Yeah, that's definitely one that's different between our cultures.
Yeah.
I think that's more of an Asian thing too, because I found other cultures don't express themselves as well.
Yeah.
Something else I found too, and I think it was in Thailand, and someone was telling me the bottom of your feet, don't show the bottom of your feet, and I was like, that's kind of weird. I mean, if I want to put my feet up on the coffee table, that's fine. But apparently in Thailand, I don't know if it's a religious thing or not, I'm not sure, but they don't like to do that.
Yeah.
What about Taiwan? Is there any problem with that, or
I think pretty similar, because we all
similar? Okay.
we all think the bottom of your feet probably is the untidy part in your body, so probably it's not so quite
Clean.
quite clean. Yeah, you are saying.
Yeah,
Thank you
yeah.
for giving
I
me
get
that
it,
word.
I get it, sure.
Yeah,
Sure.
it's true. Yeah, because you don't want to show not the bad thing of your part to other
Sure.
people. Yeah.
I get it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So what else did you notice about North Americans with our body language? Anything?
Yeah, another thing is I found interesting is about personal space. Yeah, because North American, they will leave quite like 40 cents of personal space.
Yeah.
However, in Taiwan, people like to squeeze together when they stay together. They are quite familiar with people crowded together.
Yeah,
and
you
it's
guys
fine for them.
don't seem to mind that. We have this
Yeah.
close. Us is like you have to have this much elbow space.
Yeah.
That's the way we are. And,
Yeah.
and I don't know if it's geographical, and as a result, that got into the culture. There's just not as much space. Let me ask you a question. Do they have the same mindset in China? Because China is a much bigger country. It's like the third largest country in the world,
Yeah.
so there's lots of space there. But do they have the same thing? Like they don't mind getting close to each other?
Yeah, they don't mind
Oh, really?
getting close to each other,
Okay.
and also they
Okay.
are more
Interesting.
get used to that, because in Taiwan now we are more westernized. I'm not sure
Sure.
if it's okay to say that, but typical Taiwan teenager now, they want to stay pretty comfortable personal space.
Right.
But
Right.
in China, what I heard is they like to squeeze together when they get in cars, when they get in bus. So
Right.
yeah.
I think North Americans are a little bit too uncomfortable. They need too much space. I mean, you start getting this close, and suddenly it's like, why are you this close? And like, we're not trying to, do anything. It's just and we yet if we get this close, suddenly it becomes, almost like a nervous thing. It's like, why are you getting? Maybe there's other reasons behind it why people don't get that close. Maybe it has something to do with I don't know, health reasons or crime or something. I don't know, but I do find that interesting between the culture. about some other body language? For example, when you first saw this symbol, okay,
Yeah.
when did you first see this? You remember how old you were? Like you were very young, or was it when you were older, maybe like in high school or something? Or was it always around when you were?
I think it's always around. When I was young, I think the grown-ups always do that, saying, "Oh, it's okay for you to do that. It's okay for somebody to do that." And I know, wow,
Okay,
okay,
I see.
that's a sound. And teachers always do that.
Okay.
Like,
Got
she
it.
think you are fine. Yeah.
What about this one here? You're crazy.
No, I haven't seen that.
You haven't seen that one.
Maybe, yeah, maybe sometime.
If I went to a Taiwanese student, like let's say someone, well, let's say here at our university, and you know they're 20 years old, I went like, would they understand this, or would they go like, what is this crazy guy doing?
Maybe we'll do
You know?
these things.
Right.
Yeah, it's pretty much the same. So probably they
Uh-huh.
will, they can guess the meaning.
They could guess what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Really.
probably.
Well, I didn't know what this was. Now I do. Wow, that's new. So this means crazy.
Yeah, that means something's wrong,
Ah.
something wrong with your head, or.
I don't remember my students doing that in class to me. Just thank goodness. Okay. Anyway, is there
It's the same.
is there anything else that you can think of? Maybe. Oh, here, like when you first when you say yes and no, do you just go like this and this, or do you have a different way? I'll tell you. The reason is because in some cultures in Asia, they have. I'll go back to Thailand again.
Yeah.
I believe someone told me, or Vietnam, they said there's like 9 different ways to say no, but you're actually saying yes or something like that.
Wow,
yeah,
that's-
it's like you can say no, but you're actually saying yes, but they actually mean no. It's like you say like yes, and the way you hesitate or the way your head doesn't move or does move a certain way shows that you're actually saying no, even though you're saying yes.
That's a little bit too complicated.
Yeah, like in Canada, we say no, we say no. We say yes, we say yes. I mean, it's pretty direct. Now, we could like say, okay, I'll come, sure, and or you know, sometimes we just lie. We just say, sure, I'll come, yeah, you know, and it's just lying. It is, but the usual body language is yes is yes and no is no, and that's pretty much how we say. Does Taiwan have any body language expressions that are any different?
We nod our head, and that means yes. I think it's the same. But usually we don't want to say no with the shaking because that is too much, too blatant for other people, and we consider that as rude because in Chinese culture usually we don't want to disagree with somebody. We don't want to show our disagreement in an obvious way. So usually when we want to say no, we will say something not that really from the meaning of the words, but it's pretty underlying the words. But that means no, and we don't shake our hand. We just say probably I don't think that is okay for me, but we don't shake our hand.
So you actually
that
just
we
say
think
it.
that's too much.
So you actually just say it rather than showing
Yeah,
the body
and
language.
say something
Oh,
really
okay.
subtle, and you want another speaker know you are saying no, but you don't want to show it very in obvious way.
Okay. I do have another one. In Canada, if I met you, generally speaking, maybe it depends on the situation, but generally speaking, I would wait for the woman to hold out her hand to say hello, to shake. Now,
Oh.
men, I would just put it out and just shake the hand. But a woman, I would probably move my hand forward with the gesture, you know, that I want to shake your hand, but I would let her actually put out her hand. Then I would shake it. Unless maybe it's in a business situation where it's
Yeah.
more formal. But generally speaking, I would just kind of move my hand forward a little, let her know I'm ready to shake your hand if you want to, but it's your choice.
Oh,
If she wants to extend it. Now, you guys, do you shake hands when you meet someone else?
yes. Now, as you say, in business occasion, but
Right.
for in other situation, usually we don't shake hands because it's not the
Sure,
typical
sure.
hand gesture in Taiwan.
Okay.
Usually we just stand up and do a small bow. It's not a Japanese
A nod.
bow.
Do a little
yeah,
nod with the hand.
nodding
Sure,
or
sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
leaning forward a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think when a foreigner meets you and goes, "Hi, Mavis, how are you?" and holds out their hand? I mean, you was like yours. You're like, "What are you doing?" You know. But is that like I know it's no big deal, but how do you feel about this little, shaking hands with,
I think it's
especially a
okay
man,
for
maybe?
me. I think it's
Yeah?
okay for me, and for most of Taiwanese now, it's okay because
Sure.
they see it quite a lot in the movies. So
Yeah,
in
right,
Hollywood
yeah.
movies, so they know, oh, you are meaning you want to show some kindness or something. So they will, but they will stop a while, like just what I did, stop for a second,
Okay,
and but
yeah.
I will still give my hand out.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
Mhm.
Okay. Well, I can't think of anything else. So that's pretty much it for me. Is
Yeah,
that-
I think that's a lot for a student, right? And check out reading. You can find more hand gesture or all the other body language. Bye bye.
Bye bye. See you.